Brandon, is that seriously what you're wearing for the finale episode?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Travis.
Hey, and I'm Brandon.
Welcome to the Apathetic Enthusiasm Walking Dead Fantasy League Grand Finale Celebration, brought to you by Loot Crate.
Cheers. Cheers, Loot Crate.
They're not
like
actually
like your shirt.
they're not actually a sponsor. We just have way too much of their crap. So
This isn't their wine either.
this was a complete coincidence. We just both happen to wear this. Brandon,
Yeah.
we did it. We made it through the entire first part of the season of Fear the Walking Dead.
That's right, we did.
What was your? Let's give a generalized feel for the first season. What do you think overall about the show?
I liked it overall. I've said it before. I liked the direction it was going. Some of the characters are kind of, a little unbelievable, and I know that's kind of weird saying that about a zombie show. But it's like the later George Romero movies. Like the characters were a little too caricaturized. So I'm not a huge fan of that, but I still like the way the show's going, especially the kind of cliffhanger at the end, I guess. And it's not a cliffhanger, but it's...
They did show a cliff at the end, so
that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking forward to a cliff.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked sort of this showing that first few weeks or so, the start of the zombie apocalypse. I liked exploring a new part of the world instead of just the southern part of the United States, kind of getting out to Cali, going
finally
back to San Diego, no, Los Angeles.
In the city. Good old
I agree that there were some caricatures. Nick is kind of still a little too out there for me, but overall I thought it was a nice little
change of pace. Was it shambling? Here's one of the critiques I'd have for the show. I'm gonna keep this wine.
Keep that wine in frame. Yeah, up high enough.
Here's one of my critiques about the show. The series is supposed to be about the ramp up. The like weeding into the zombie apocalypse.
Right. Yeah.
And I kind of think that they didn't do that enough. We talked about people wanting it to be a zombie show, want it to be a little bit faster. Mm-hmm. I kind of wish there was more setup. The army guys, they take over the town, right? That little neighborhood, mm-hmm. and they're like 9 days later, and they're like, oh, it's a war zone out there.
Everything. They go from, oh, stuff's really starting to go bad, to, don't worry, we've got it contained. You guys are all safe, and there's no zombies for 6 miles.
In a big part of this episode in Cobalt last week was the armies are getting overrun. They can't handle this stuff anymore. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing in any of the episodes until we saw it tonight that they couldn't handle. And the only reason they couldn't handle it tonight was because, your buddy Daniel really...
I like to think of him as the Pied Piper of zombies. Hey, just stroll into town. Oh, by the way, I've got a massive horde of undead behind me. Not a big deal.
We got our award for this week.
So I think we can go through much of the episode. Our highest scoring episode of the season for Walking Dead Fantasy League.
That's absolutely right.
They definitely went out with a bang. So let's go ahead and fire up the scores. We got a lot to cover.
Let's do it.
So first up, we have Madison. She's been a consistent player, I think, throughout most of the episodes. This was no different. Started out with a little bit of breaking and entering. We're still giving them those default points for being in the house next door.
Yeah.
What else? Let's see. We finally got to do some driving again.
That's right. Oh, finally.
So I had her down for 2 driving.
I have her down for 2 as well.
Okay. And once they actually encountered some zombies, they had a chance to kill some.
That's right.
It all happened within the span of 30 seconds. But one of those zombies was taken out by Madison.
Yes.
So 5 points for that.
Bam.
A grand total of 20 points for her season finale. There was a point at the end there, and we're skipping ahead, where she had an opportunity to get a lot more points, but she passed that along.
She passed on.
Okay. Moving on. Next on my list, I have. Let's go. Who do you have?
Okay. I'm gonna go with Nick. I'm gonna go with your buddy. Real quick, real easy. He killed a zombie with a ball peen hammer.
Just laid into him.
And he saved his mom in doing so. So
Okay.
that's a big whopping 10 points for our buddy Nick.
Ooh.
Ball peen.
He's also
Ball peen.
the rest of the world is catching up to him because
that's right.
He was insane and strung out on drugs, and now the rest of the world is. So
yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. There's
a weird part. I don't know.
He's a weird dude. All right, Nick. Congratulations on your 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay season.
10 points. But...
All right. 10 points?
Yeah, 10 points.
Yeah, whatever. 10 points for Nick. it says it over here.
Yeah.
I just,
over there.
We'll get it right.
It says it on his
We'll
face.
get it right over here. Travis.
Yes, you are. So
Travis Manoir.
Manoir.
Who continually tends to upset me in his inability to get the job done.
That's right.
He got a couple of breaking and entering points.
He did.
I gave him points for going next door as well as for breaking into the compound.
Yeah.
Got to drive again,
That's
so
right.
to and from the compound. A couple of points there. I had him saving someone. Now, Ophelia gets shot in the parking garage, but he does jump out and attack the gunman. Like, if this is her like boyfriend, or the army dude that was.
Yeah.
Now she still gets shot, but I think she probably would have gotten shot more than once if he hadn't done that.
Okay.
So
I mean, I'll give you the points. I'll give you the points, and here's why. Because as you guys will see here in a couple of minutes, it doesn't really matter. That he has these extra points.
Yeah. So Travis, he gets a big score, 25 points.
25.
For the headshot person to keep them from turning. Now,
that's right.
We had a discussion about this.
We had a discussion, and here's the discussion, right? We don't see him shoot this person off. It's off screen. It's very much implied, but we don't actually see him shoot. And so, really, if I were in your position, I would be like, yeah, I get the points because it's heavily implied. So I don't have a problem with it because, like, thematically and through editing, that it's him who.
Right, and they confirm that, I think, even after the fact with his reaction on the beach. He just,
I said, it's implied.
It's implied,
and so it was either him or Maddie, and we'll just give it to him because
either way,
thematically,
the points go to my team. So
yeah,
so we'll take it. So
yep.
I had Travis with
I have 45.
45 points for Travis.
All right,
attaboy.
Cool.
Thank you.
We're gonna go with a real quickie. We're gonna go with Alicia, and she actually had one breaking and entering. They all had one breaking and entering if you consider they went into the army base.
All right, I'll give it to you. So that's fair enough. Yeah. She really when I was adding up the points at the end, I was talking to my wife. I was like, Alicia didn't do she got almost no points.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, yeah, she didn't do anything.
She almost drove. She
had
the possibility for that, but she didn't do it. That's all I have for her. 5 points.
So thank you, Alicia.
Thanks, Alicia.
All right. Nothing. Next up for my team, let's go with Daniel.
Yeah.
Really strong character. He brought all those zombies in to create the diversion. Mm-hmm. Had some emotional moments dealing with the fact that his wife was dead, but really didn't do any tangible point earning stuff in the episode. So I had a couple breaking and enterings, one for the house next door, again for the compound. So 10 points for Daniel.
What are you gonna do?
I still like him as a character. I just he's not a great send off.
He's not as BA as we need him to be. Well, as
I need him to. Right.
All right. So we'll go with Chris. This is another quickie. Breaking and entering into the compound, 5 points.
Yeah, I thought about giving him a non-life threatening injury because he got hit in the face with the back end of a rifle.
Yeah. But we would have had to go back to rescore some of those other points because other people got hit and knocked out.
He gets hit quite a lot.
He does, yeah.
I don't know, but
maybe he deserves it. I mean, that's what you get.
Is he the coral of this show?
Coral.
Listen, Coral. Okay,
they're shellfish, Coral.
Is that 5 points for Chris?
5 points for Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last up on my team, we had Ophelia. Ophelia, she got some work done here.
Yeah.
So, a couple of breaking and enterings.
Yeah.
Wait, I got her for one B&E. I got her for driving a vehicle because she was the third wheelman.
Yeah.
I got her killing a zombie. She actually killed a zombie in the kitchen or whatever, the hospital.
Sure.
And then her non-life-threatening injury. She got shot by her ex-bae, and I thought she was dead at first. And I was like, how do I score? Is she going to turn?
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Oh, yeah.
And then she's in the back of a truck, and they're like, oh, she got
just
shot
like she
in,
was
the
with
arm.
her bae before.
And it turns out she was fine. All right, so all totaled up for Ophelia, she had 22.5 points. I really kill it with the .5ers.
The .5ers, yes sir.
And which brings us to our final
All right, our
character of the evening.
That's right.
And so, her final episode.
Liza, thank God this is the last episode of this portion of the season. So Liza, I wouldn't say she did a lot. She saved someone
with her key card.
With her key card. Beep. And would that count as two people? It doesn't matter. I'll stick with the one. She saved people in one act.
She saved someone.
We'll stick with that. And then she, of course, was bitten in a Dawn of the Dead remake kind of throwback. And she was headshotted by Travis, the love of her once life.
That's right.
Father of her child.
She died without turning.
That's right.
So that's 30 points.
But she did die off camera.
Can we count it?
Can we count it? But you did see her with a hole.
Dead.
You see her with a hole in her head, but maybe she's like, maybe she's just like religious all of a sudden.
It's just like a henna tattoo on her forehead.
Yeah, she's like
just a Pikachu beanie.
She's like, oh, it's like Avatar, like the Last Airbender.
No, I definitely think she's dead. I'm gonna go on record as saying that.
All right.
Which gives her 35 points.
That's right.
So, tallying up the scores. They're down here. I had 100.5 points.
I think 102.5 because I did the math wrong.
102.5.
Yes. And I have 55.
Which
50
means
55.
I get my second win. Thank you. Unfortunately, this is a best out of 5.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna bring it back out now. So that means as we get down to the awards for the season, you had the most wins. We knew it last week.
There's
no way I could win twice this week.
So I'm gonna raise my glass to you, Trav. Hey, we did it.
I don't have anything to do.
We did it. I won. I won most wins. Bam.
That's right. But
the big game.
That's right. We did say we were also going to total all the points for the season, which we did some math, and I have you with 160 points for the season.
Yes.
And then myself with 195.5.
Yes, and actually
just a hair.
But with that 2.5, because I did the math wrong originally, it would actually be 198.
5 plus 2 is...
Yeah, so 0.5, so that 196 plus 2.
198. 198.
Raise my glass to math.
Cheers, math. Okay, so...
So I lost. So we both walk away winners, and that's what's important here with the Walking Dead Fantasy League.
That's right. In times like these where T-ball kids all get trophies and participation is what's really important.
Yeah.
We both walk away winners.
But it's not a T-ball victory for either one of us because we both tried hard, we played hard, and like the Dolphins head coach, none of us got fired. Oh, wait, no, that's not accurate.
No.
We want to thank you for watching. I think we're thinking about doing other stuff like this.
Yeah, well, there will be more YouTube content. We'll see. We'll see what comes up in the future. If you like this show, if you like Fear the Walking Dead, leave something in the comments. Let us know what you think. And if you like more of our goofiness, then you can listen to our weekly podcast, Apathetic Enthusiasm. It's available on iTunes, Stitcher, and at geekaid.com.
Bam.
Yeah, social stuff's down in the doobly-doo. I'm gonna say it.
Doobly-doo, doobly-doo. And that's our music for leaving, everybody. Doobly-doo, a doobly-doo.
All right, guys, I'm Travis.
Doobly-doo, and now my Brandon.
See you later. My head is so hot in this thing. Oh my gosh.